It was like somebody talking to somebody.
And it wasn't a glimpse. I was looking directly in that direction when it happened. This way.
I know there's something over
Because,
there.
and Mark said, "Is that you, Betty?" And I said, "No, I'm just standing here." But I heard something. But there was something over there. I mean,
I've been watching.
You've been looking.
While you guys been talking, I've been keeping a lookout. This area feels different to me than it did last week. So I'm just kind of watching. I thought I heard a snap over that direction when I walked over there. So I'm putting the GoPro on.
Oh yeah, you forgot.
Because
don't forget to turn on the main power.
it don't feel like it's as quiet. I don't know what makes me feel that way. Last week it was just dead.
Okay.
It's a fresh kill for the week.
We know for sure this wasn't here last week. So we see a kill right here, but we're going to have a look at the kill and we're going to try to see if a man's been involved and stuff like that. So we're going to look for the signs, okay? So tell me, guys, what are y'all seeing here? What are y'all seeing? Can you tell the organs are missing, or
the whole, from the head back,
does it look like a cut?
Except for the rib cage.
The head looks like it's a cut, don't it? To me,
I don't know.
Something right in this area, but
there's the bone.
can't tell.
Where's the hind end of it?
The hind end is all missing.
The whole hind end is gone.
From the head, and the hide's been stripped from the body. And
Got two front legs.
It's a wild hog.
Back legs are gone. Back end is gone.
The front is there.
It's not stiff at all. This is pretty fresh, Chris.
Yeah, that's unusual. I mean, I'm not no authority on animals, but
It stinks bad.
that has to be recently. Like,
I would think it's a couple of days old at the most. I'm not authority on that either.
I don't know either. I mean, do they
Well,
stiffen up?
I think the hog hunters, what the hog hunters do, if they use knives, they'll go in behind the legs, if I
Why would this
remember
be
right.
hunter, Chris? They left. This doesn't look how you. This is not how you butcher a hog. So.
Well, you have to understand, and I'm just saying this because I've heard and seen hunters, a lot of times what they do is they will quarter the meat up on the spot.
Yeah.
So maybe this guy's been drug around, I don't know. But it looks like the hide has been, I'm just trying to get my finger all in it. Looks like the hide's been ripped right here. I just can't really tell what's going on with the back of the skull there. So I'm just going to film it a little close, okay? And
Maybe our viewers can help us with it.
it is a mess, whatever it is, but I would think this guy is small enough. This guy is small enough that a hunter could have packed out of here and just could have just took the carcass, because this looks like looks to me like a little young one.
It's a young one.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I just want to document it. Compared to last week, which was incredibly quiet, the flavor is different this week already.
It's
I killed
just-
Find a Bad Penny. You're not here. Come on, Betty, get up in here.
It's just a vibe. It was 5 minutes into the walk before we got to the bone in the hog. It's just like the woods are alive.
Yeah, it's more
Today.
alive. Coming in this main trail, Betty and I both heard a growl to our right. And then later on the trail, I heard another growl to my left. Now, I don't like growls.
Yeah, but you're pointing that away. It was back there.
Well, yeah, what I'm saying is the growl was to the right.
The one that he
Up
and I
there.
heard
Was coming in.
was
Was
coming
coming
in.
in.
Yeah,
It was
coming
on the
in.
right. Then later on, coming down the trail, I heard one to my left. I don't like growls. They sound a little anonymous,
Well, yeah, because
scary.
it was almost like a,
Yeah.
like that type of sound. And I don't even know if it's a growl.
Y'all sure it ain't me going,
No,
am I?
it's not
no.
you.
Okay, just
Not
want
you.
to check
Not
that,
you
just
at
make
all.
sure.
I know you're,
I heard, and then later on I heard vocals up ahead. Of course, we know that hunters might be in the area, so, we know that. Of course, coming on in, I thought we'd see them because it was pretty close sounding. Chris and I just heard something. I thought it was behind us. Chris thought it was ahead of us, but nevertheless, we heard something. So it's already been somewhat productive, just in terms of those kind of things.
Yeah, the difference from last week to
Yeah,
this week.
there
last
is
week
a
was just
difference.
dead. I mean, it was obvious. There was nothing. It was just, and if you go out here long enough, you will start to feel that feeling.
Yeah, and
Well-
So let's proceed on, and I think it's going to be in terms.
We'll know on the first knock if we get a knock, so
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see.
right.
Okay, now it's time to talk just for a moment, okay? As we were coming in, we're literally not far off the trailhead at all. We're just maybe 25 yards maybe, okay? I'm going to describe to you what I saw that was very quickly and very brief. And what I saw was the sunlight broke, and there was motion and movement going downward, and it was probably like a slit like this.
Mhm.
As it went down, just like this. I backed off, and I'm gonna point to it right here. It's like if I'm shooting a gun, it was right back that way. Can you see the alignment?
I'm gonna,
Okay, right in there where it's brighter. Okay.
and I'm zooming in on that, Chris.
Yeah, it's right back there. You see the frond hanging down. Go about 5 more yards back in. Back then is where it was. I backed off and I looked at it, because your brain tells you that it's a bird. Your brain says, okay, bird broke the light. But normally when the birds break the light, unless the bird is diving, you're not going to get a light breaking going down like that. You got to see a movement going sideways, left or right. Unless, like I said, of course it's diving and it happens to dive and breaks the sun.
Betty, where are you at?
I'm right here.
Are you doing something over there?
No, I'm looking.
I'm sorry, Chris, I interrupted
Right,
you, but
so yeah, it was about like this wide. It seemed like.
Mhm.
It seemed like it was about this wide.
Mhm.
It wasn't a shimmer here, shimmer there. I'm describing exactly what I saw. And it wasn't a glimpse. I was looking directly in that direction when it happened. Okay, I didn't see a body figure or anything like that. All I saw was a slit like this, pushing downward, pushing downward. It happened like a half second, probably not even a full second. So I'll just note that for the record, and I'm just merely saying what I observed. Okay. I stood here motionless for the longest time, seeing if something would replicate.
Yeah, if you could recreate
No,
it.
but nothing replicated.
No.
So interesting. I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch you, Mark, but I'm looking at my ass.
I'll
You
at
look
your
behind me, Betty.
I'll look at your ass.
Something just crashed behind
You
me.
look at- Well, while Mark was filming you, I walked away
This way.
I know there's something over
because,
there.
and Mark said, "Is that you, Betty?" And I said, "No, I'm just standing here." But I heard something over there, and it didn't dawn on me that's where Mark was. But there was something over there. I wanted to get the binoculars out to look.
Well, there was something definite crashed behind me. Something definitely,
It was that. It was.
something
that
was
growl.
weighted behind me.
It was that growl.
Because I was like, Mark, I'm trying to look at you, but my brain says, look behind.
I'll watch your butt. You just watch mine.
So,
I'm of the belief right now I'm being messed with, okay?
Well,
So
I've
I'm
heard
gonna
the growl
calm-
sound.
I'm going to gather my resources, and I'm not gonna,
All right, so let's just,
I'm not gonna lose it.
okay, let's just stand here a moment, calm down a little bit, you know, gather. So
What brought me back over there while they were talking was
let's not
that-
put Squatch on our brain. So let's just calm down a little bit.
On my brain, so let me just relax.
Yeah,
It was that
come on in a
low,
little closer.
that low murmur, growl, grunt, whatever it was. But that's why I walked away, because I heard it again. And then I heard a knock, but it was a faint knock. But I didn't think about Mark's stick being gone at the time.
And now it calms down.
So let's just sit here a little motionless. And, okay, let me turn the camera off.
It was like somebody talking to somebody right behind us. They were, it was like they were whispering, but it was loud enough for me to hear. Okay. My heart's racing a little bit because I'm excited.
Well, do what I do. I calm myself down there.
Yeah, you just got to calm down.
Because I've never been out.
Because your brain can talk you.
I've never been out this, I've been going for a year, and I have not had this much happen to me.
Oh,
Like this, like it has today.
this is how you become a veteran.
So it's a little, like Mark would say, unnerving.
This is how you become a veteran, by getting a lot of exposure.
I mean, I'm shaking because I heard it. There was somebody behind us talking. But it wasn't a deep voice.
Like guys,
It wasn't guys.
was it?
No. It
And what,
was,
did it sound female? High
I
pitched?
would, if I had to guess, it was more on the a lighter sound, not a deeper sound like a man would sound like. But it was obviously whispering going on. But it was loud enough for me to stop and hear it.
Yeah, and you can have two of us stand side by side, and sometimes both of us don't hear it.
Well, no, I'm behind you. I mean, we hear crunching on the ground.
All right, let's just keep on.
Freaks me out a little
keep
bit. I don't know
on.
if I want to be behind you. I'm scared.
Well, you don't have to be behind me.
Okay, because I'm a little. That's just.
Just look for signs.
Like you said, nobody's gonna grab you. You got the camera.
Yeah. The cameraman is the safest person when you're out squatching people.
Betty,
Huh?
you can get in the middle of it.
Yeah, that kind of.
And if you didn't know that, it's the truth.
Get up over in this area. I've not heard anything up in this area. Everything's been on that side today.
It's very clear here too, ain't it? The water.
Yeah, pretty clear for the mucky bottom. Now you know this is the breeding ground for moccasins, right?
Yeah, the closer you are to water, yes.
That right here.
I was going to say, if you fall in,
Oh, you was gonna get me. Put it in.
I like little running water like that. You know, the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's moving. Yeah, it looks like something's been sitting here. Can't tell, but it looks like it's like something's been sitting there. Don't know if it's
Well, this is obviously where
you want to say it looks like a rear end's been sitting there. You know, somebody sat there with their ass.
obviously this is where the animals go. We can see the
Yeah, it's a little bit of a trail, but
a little bit of a trail here.
just the same, you know, hog could have stayed there
yeah,
too. We
hog
don't
could
know.
have stayed there.
We can't see anything standing out at us
No.
to
It's just-
tell us otherwise.
It's just we don't normally see that, so it's a
No.
little
There is a
interesting.
stick there. It looks like a little thing, you know. So I just want to note something right here also. Okay, when palm fronds are, you know, in this condition, definitely green, they're practically up here, you know, like this. They're practically indestructible, unbreakable. They have to start browning and dying off. Anyway, yeah, we have what looks like two leans. Okay, and I'm saying hands had to have put them in this position because we're on this side of the tree. Okay, as you can tell, there's a tree right back here. Right there is the tree. Okay, but where they have been broken, right here. Okay, and then the other one being right here, it is past the tree. It's past the tree. I thought I heard something going on when I was,
A very big grunt thing.
yeah, when I was talking, yeah.
I have been hearing things all day.
So, I'm just going to note that, and we're going to keep on going because that's how it always is. That's how it always is out here, people. A lot of times, as you get into details and you start explaining things, in the background, you're going to hear something. That's just how it is. And so let's proceed on. We just heard a really a good deliberate knock ahead of us. You know, a lot of times it just happens when you are at your camera down. If we're being watched, and we probably really are, they can tell when my camera's, you know, not in my hand. I've got it hanging down. They're not stupid. They can tell this. All right, so let me just walk with the camera. What'd you say? Did you say anything else? What was the oh yeah about?
I said there's the hell?
The GoPro is acting up.
Yeah, the battery acts like it's dead already.
Well, I fully charged it.
Okay, let's see, Chris. This bitch just turned off.
Yeah, I heard it.
So is it dead?
Well, I know for a fact hold on. We'll attempt to turn it. Oh Lord.
What?
Oh, let me just make sure. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, no, there's 18. Okay, for a minute there, I thought it was erased, but yes, you got a dead battery.
How could I have a dead battery?
Your batteries, I don't see much of an indicator. The battery's dying.
All right.
But on this camcorder, it's okay. But I will say for the record, okay, I did charge it this morning, 100%. I have no doubt in my mind. I did charge it, and it was full. It was completely full, and so that's all I can say about that.
I'm going to take it off. Betty, here's the bad battery.
The battery in question.
This battery was charged up, I want to say this past weekend. It was good. Let me clean it off. Let me turn it on. And we have a full indicator. Okay, there's all bars lit up.
All right, let's see how good this one does.
Okay, so let's see how this one holds up.
All right.
That was footsteps. Mark, that was footsteps, dude. I heard steps, dude.
I guess that's all you're gonna
They were
do.
like steps.
Yeah, I believe you.
Come with me a second. Let me just get a different angle. I want to see if something else moves.
I just heard a knock over here.
Where? Back there.
Back that way. I don't know. You didn't hear it, Betty?
Y'all be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet a second, okay? It's very dense. But I didn't hear it walk off.
You won't. What was that?
I heard it too.
You think that was the wind? Seemed a little deliberate.
It was back this direction.
Well, I thought I heard a horn over there.
Yeah, it sounded like something was back there. I know for a fact if a person's out there, you make an ungodly amount of noise.
Oh, yeah.
It's just too much debris on the ground, too much palmetto. And so you don't hear the steps no more.
Nah.
And it wasn't a ch-ch-ch-ch-ch-ch-ch like big hog or a deer. It's quiet as a mouse now.
Yeah. They're not playing now.
Probably a big knock as we walk off. Hold on.